Hello. Oh, it's bright. Okay. Guess we're going bright. Can you hear me? There, I think it's now working. No. Why is that? Oh, because servo is on. All right. Well, here we go. Let me grab my tea. So this is quite informal. Not that I'm a formal person necessarily, but I tend to like to make videos that are not so like off the cuff for the most part. But here we are. And my camera's moving by itself. Okay. I'm freezing. Hi. So I wasn't going to do a video for today, but then I watched a couple people's and I got inspired to sort of look through my stuff and really get a little bit more acquainted with what actually did happen over the last year in my practice. Some of it is more worldly, like physical, like manifesting things in my life that may or may not have happened, and others are more like what gifts or what things have I developed in terms of like aspects of myself that I wanted to hone or get better at. And I think I'm looking through my moon calendar here, my moon journal calendar, which I love, by the way. And it's funny because there's a part of me that really wants to see like every day filled up in my moon calendar. But then like I look at this, I look at that and it's only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days that are filled for that month. And in a way that's kind of disappointing to me, but it's not. It's normal. It's like this is how much time I have to give to any given thing in a month, And this is a good month of like having 5 things that I put down that were related to a practice. So in a way, it feels like there isn't that much time in a month that I can give. And that makes me think about, okay, well, how do I best utilize my time? But I also need a lot of downtime. I'm sort of a quieter, slower person in general, and too much hustle and bustle overwhelms me, so I'm not able to ground, and that is part of just part of my makeup of who I am. So I tend to do things a little bit slower. So yeah. But I did a lot of journaling in my moon calendar, which I'm excited about. I like when I utilize things. So I'm looking through and I'm seeing what the themes are and what has happened. There's a lot of dreams that I recorded in here. An ongoing spell that I did okay with. I actually saw a lot of that manifesting in real life in terms of the things, the flow that I wanted to open up for myself. So that I feel good about. There's other more unexpected things that have opened up for me. I didn't expect to go down the ancestor route this year necessarily, other than what I typically do with my animals. But I took a mediumship course this this autumn, and so we were doing spells and communicating with the dead, and it was a really interesting course. I wouldn't say it was very advanced, and it didn't need to be necessarily, but what I really appreciated was that it clarified some things that for me were a little bit unclear, I guess, that I didn't have strong directive towards. So I appreciated that about it. But anyway, I should stop referencing it since you guys have no frame of reference for it. Through that mediumship course, one of my grandmothers came through. I think I mentioned that in another video, in my ancestor video. And she has been getting stronger and stronger in my practice. Or I don't even want to say I mean, it is practice because it's like she's become stronger in my life. I see her more. I connect to her more. So in that way, that is part of the practice, is the ability to connect and be in communication. I've learned some more techniques in spirit communication, which has been cool. I'm really excited because I've got, I should be anyway, as far as I know, there's a book coming to me from Crossed Crow Books that talks about necromancy, and I'm really curious to read it and see how it may apply to what I'm already doing and how I can expand my own relationship with the dead. I mostly commune with my animal companions that have crossed over, and my grandparents are emerging stronger. This year there have been less spreads, less like deck spreads. I've not gone to them as much, though I'm excited because I did get a deck, an oracle deck actually, from a patron, and it's a beautiful deck. I will show it to you tomorrow, I think. I gotta look at the footage and make sure that what I shot is what I want. I took another course, a workshop, to learn how to build a type of earth house, and that has been something that's been sitting in the back of my mind for the last few years that I wanted to do, is to learn how to build basically a super adobe home. And I took the initial class, and I'm glad that finally happened, but and in my dream world, I would love to go out into the woods and build my own earth home. Basically my own little witchy cabiny home thing. And cottage, much better word, because it's not a cabin. It would be more like a cottage made out of earth. And that's in my dreams, but I don't know if that's something that I actually want to physically do. And I learned that. Maybe. It's not a no, but it isn't a resounding yes. This is absolutely what I want to do. It's a lot of work. I mean, like, I could do something on my own. It would take a while. It would be very painful to do on my own as well. Physically, I mean. So you kind of need a big team, and I'm somebody who is much better at doing things solo, and it requires a certain amount of management of people that I don't know if I want to do. So that's up in the air. So that's sort of something that's a little bit blurry. So I don't know if that has anything really to do with my practice, but it does have something to do with sort of a manifestation of my future life, right? I got more, a stronger process down in terms of understanding what my intuition is telling me. You've been here for some of the explanation of that, breath to heart, and also deciphering that and when to use that versus when to use like the gathering of information from your environment. That wasn't exactly new information, but I was ready to receive it because I'm older. I went back and retook several workshops that I had taken back, I think it was 2017, and I'm just, a different person now, and that's what happens. There's something I've been itching to do for over a year now, which I have not done. I didn't do this year, and I'm hoping I'll be able to figure it out this next year, but I really want to create and get a little bit more crafty and do a book of shadows. I have a very specific idea for it, and executing it is something that I've been researching in little tiny bits. So figuring out how to lay out pages now, and then once I get that figured out, then I'll be able to do sort of like a tutorial thing. Not a tutorial, I guess, like I'll be able to show you what I want to do and what I am doing. So that is something that I've been wanting to do, and I didn't get done this past year. But I hope to do for this next coming year. So it's been lovely connecting with all of you other creators this year in a much more significant way than I have in the past, and also just, you know, you guys out there who are also watching and enjoying the content that I'm creating and sharing with you guys as well. So I just wanted to give you a thank you for that. And if there's anything that you're connecting with via what I've just said, please do leave it in the please do leave it in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.